Costa Mande.
Costa Mande, do you swear that the evidence you are making before this commission is in fact shall be the truth, nothing else but the truth? Do you swear? Raise your right hand and say so.
So,
Yes, and I will.
that's all.
I'll ask you to raise your voice so that we all hear what you're telling.
Thank you. Your full names once more. Costa Mande. Costa or Costa. C-O-S-T-A. I believe you are aware that you have been called to appear before this commission to advise or inform the commission or what you know in connection with the inquiry issue.
True.
Thank you. Before we go any further, would you kindly tell this honorable commission your qualifications?
Okay, I have a certificate in accounting with Saga. I have an honors degree accounting with Zoe. I've got a master's degree in accounting, in finance, with GZU.
Okay. Thank you. Sure you appreciate accounting issues in that regard. Is that correct?
Correct.
It is also not an issue that you are the chairperson for the finance committee at Harare City Council. Is that correct?
Correct.
Since when did you assume the position of the chairmanship?
August 2022.
August 2022.
And then re-elected September 2023.
How many members do you form your committee?
Currently, I think it's 16,
Maybe for the benefit of this commission.
maybe 5.
Okay. Okay. Currently 16. We'll take it for the sake of time.
Okay, that's fine.
Plus or minus 16. Thereabout. Is that correct, Councillor Mande?
Yeah, sure.
Tell this honorable commission the nature of your duties as a committee responsible for finance.
Basically, the committee is responsible for all council financial issues, matters relating to finance. I'm also in charge of.
Yes. Take it slowly.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you looking for then?
Sorry.
What are you looking for?
Okay, I was looking at the minutes that you was asking. How many members?
Okay, never mind. We have gone past that stage. Just pay attention to the questions that I'm putting to you. You said you were going over the duties of the committee. Is that correct?
Yes. Matters relating to overall council finances in terms of policy. Policies to do with land alienation. Land alienation. The capital estimates, that's the budget, council budget.
In other words, you oversee all financial issues.
Precisely.
including budget allocation.
Yeah, it's the committee that considers and recommends to council.
You will receive reports from council entities, correct? From the town clerk.
We receive reports from the town council.
You also receive reports from financial reports from business units for the council.
We receive it through the business committee that oversees all the business units.
Okay. Who is the chairperson of the business unit?
Currently, there is the chairperson of the committee is Councillor Makwere.
Is it the one who is outside?
True. I'm sure it's been someone before this commission.
I'm going to ask you a very simple and fair question. Can you comment on the status, the financial status of Harare City Council?
Because of the non-existence of an ERP system, we have been receiving adverse reports from the recently done 2020.
That's all right.
From the recently done 2020 audit. Yeah, true.
Is it your, that's my question was, you say you have a good financial system in the country?
Because of the non-existence of a substantive and comprehensive ERP system, definitely.
Your financial system at Harare City Council is in shambles. Correct, Council?
I wouldn't say it's in shambles. As per the reports from the Auditor General,
It's bad.
precisely.
Not good at all.
To some extent.
Okay. Are you properly accounting for the finance, for ratepayers' finances?
I would say yes from the reports that we get from the town council.
Not from the reports that you get from the town clerk. Are you aware that the town clerk admitted that the financial situation at council is not good at all?
I'm not aware.
I'm not aware. Council, from 2017 to 2022, the Auditor General did carry out an audit of the council. You are aware?
From the reports I got, yes, true.
According to your findings, there is no proper financial system at all at the city of Harare. Any comment?
That's according to the Auditor General's
No,
findings.
that is a matter of fact.
True.
According to the Auditor General, you are not keeping proper books of accounts.
That's, if I recall, that's the audit recommendation for the 2020.
Yes, yeah, no proper books of accounts.
Yes, it's, then I wasn't the chair, but
Never
however,
mind.
Listen, just hold on. We are not being asked to be defensive here.
that's all.
You do yourself a favor by answering questions honestly. if there are needs for you to elaborate or to give reasons for a particular scenario, they will ask you to do so. You understand?
Understood.
Okay, yes. And actually, because of that, trade and other payables amounting to US $105,542,000 could not be verified because of that. Any comment to that?
Yes, the Auditor General's report, it's true, that's what was said, and we had to ask the staff on how that went about, and I think the recommendation to verify those figures to recall.
There's a great possibility that the money could have been misappropriated. You confirm that? Because there are no proper books of accounts that cannot be verified.
According to that report, I think it's true.
If you are saying now you know BIQ system, your accounting and financial system is still not in place.
From the reports that we have, I understand once from when I became the chairperson, we've been pushing to have that system in place, but there are reasons that have been coming forward. Up to now, I can confirm that
it is not in place.
True.
Because of that, you will never account for ratepayers' finances.
According to the auditing standards.
Now, look, you told us that the chairperson.
True.
Isn't it?
True.
Why then do you keep on referring to the Auditor General? Yet you also are. Auditor General was looking at the books which you are. You're so pretend.
It's true.
So you've got no knowledge about this.
It's true.
Are you saying the AG, the Attorney General was the Auditor General was not being truthful? Is the report not accurate?
It's true. It's accurate according to what's good.
According to you, is it true or false?
It's true because it's qualified to audit the books of accounts.
Is the report correct?
Correct.
So, yes,
So why don't you simply answer the question? It's based on what you have on a daily basis, isn't it?
Your Worship, my role as the finance chair, maybe if I can explain, we are given reports once every month. We are not full-time employees at council. We come once for a committee meeting.
Don't tell us that. The simple question is, you superintend
True.
this finance, isn't it?
True.
The reports which came from Auditor General, you saw it.
It's true.
Yes. Do you quarrel with that report?
No, I don't quarrel.
So what is being asked for is a true reflection what is prevailing.
It's true.
It's just listen then to question the
indeed, Council, since March 2019 up to now, 5 years down the line, you have no credible financial system.
It's true.
Such a big city, Harare. What then justifies your existence? Why are you in these offices? What are you doing then? Tell us.
Okay. There are processes to acquire the system. And as councillors, we are not part of the process. And we have made efforts to try and have the system in place. But because we are not the ultimate decision makers in the acquisition of the system, we are getting reports back and forth up to now.
I don't understand you.
The question is, for the past 5 years, no system in place, financial system in place.
There is a system they call SAGE.
No.
But
no, that's all. That's not my question. The question is, There is
no credible
credible.
financial system.
It's true, Your
And
Worship.
how then do you justify your existence as chairperson of this finance committee?
Because there are processes that that we are doing to make sure we acquire the system.
See, it's not we. The question is about you. Because we are not co-chairing this committee.
Your Worship, personally,
You see, if you are going to be anticipating questions, we'll have a problem. Because that is the reflection of a person who wants to mislead. Understand? I'll ask you to listen to the question very carefully.
Problem is you have your preconceived answers.
not like that.
That is why you are not answering the questions. So, do you want to believe, or you want this commission to believe that in fact it's quite reasonable for council to have any proper financial system for 5 years?
It's not reasonable.
Not reasonable.
The question you asked earlier, remember answered. You can't just escape that question.
Sorry, maybe if you didn't.
Yeah. You are the chairperson of this place. You are sitting on a chaotic and shambles building, Harare City Council finances. Do you think it's proper for you to remain here? You think it's justified?
To some extent, I would say yes, because
To some extent.
because our roles as defined then justifies our existence.
And to some extent, you do not deserve to be in office.
Let me ask you, what percentage did you put for you to remain there? Bear in mind the qualifications, master's, diploma, external certificate, first degree in accounts, and go on to become a master's.
I would say 80.
80 to proceed, to continue. 80 on in this chaotic situation.
Because we are making strides to...
No answer. 80% to continue like this.
No.
You are a professional accountant. Do you think it is proper for you to remain in this type of scenario? Professional accountant.
As a professional, we need to change the situation.
Do you think it's proper for you to remain in this situation?
If it remains like that, definitely no.
How long have you known that it's non-compliant from other sources? 5 years, we are very 5 years, which is very true. When you joined in, you already found businesses.
True.
When did you join?
2018, report in 2022, and came back in 2022.
Then the question is, being a professional, you are seeing this mess. What the council is not, the ratepayers, the residents are not benefiting from what Mr. Boyd said. It's chaotic. The question then is, you say 80% requires you to remain in this chaos. The question now is, how does that sit with you as a professional?
It's not good.
What are you doing about it?
We have been making efforts at meetings to make sure we have the system.
When did you realize that?
When I just joined it as a councillor,
Where was that?
it was 2018.
What did you do about it?
As an individual, definitely nothing, but as a council and as a committee, there are many efforts that we have done.
Are you succeeding?
Because of the reasons that are coming up to now, there's nothing that is there. 2019, when the process started, when I came back after the recall, we were told because of the COVID, the process had slowed down. After that, we made efforts. That was 2022 when I came back. After that, we pushed, and a tender was awarded for about 57 million, which as council we had not budgeted for, as well as it wasn't sustainable to have a system for 57 million that was approved by price. And we appealed that the amount was too much to be a burden on the residents, and they ordered us to go back to tender, which was done. And again, at the end of the process, they said we had missed one or two areas within the system. Then we applied for condonation as per the recommendation of the Auditor General in the Parliament to re-engage the previous system, which was VIQ. And we did the process of re-engagement, and we sought condonation with PRAS, which I was recently told that they said there are some anomalies in the process that we did.
Thank you. Question?
Okay. That's it. Yes, I'm not your worship. Oh, that's right. Allocation of funds to those. You are responsible for making recommendations. Have you allocated adequate budget towards road maintenance?
I would say the budget for roads is supposed to be funded by the council to some extent, and there are funds that must come from Saga that you must also.
If you allocated adequate budget, we know you are receiving funds from Saga.
If the budget in time, I think they are adequate.
How come that there is no road maintenance going on? What is happening to those funds?
Okay. From what I know, I would say the rate at which funds officials were complaining about the rate at which funds were coming from Saga. Then secondly, the other component locally that we use to allocate there is supposed to come from the property tax, which the rate at which residents are paying is a little bit lower. That's according to the reports that we got from the officials.
But you said you allocated adequate
Okay,
resources.
maybe if I can answer.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Budgeting doesn't mean we have the money right in
Okay,
So
okay let me rephrase my question. Cash release. Did you authorize cash release towards road maintenance?
okay, the release of cash doesn't come to the committee per se, because once we approve the budget, then the officials have to do the operational.
But you are overriding charge, obviously. Once that is done, you are supposed to make a follow-up as a committee.
Yes.
Are you happy with the state of our roads?
No, definitely.
Right. So many potholes. You must be thankful to government, which is actually taking over, isn't it? Answer.
To some extent, yes.
Why to some extent? Is it not correct that wherever we see any road development, it is because of the actual involvement of government? Is that not correct?
It's correct not to do it.
So what are you doing as city council? No answer.
Okay, fine. What we are doing as council is, and I understand that recently we had a meeting where we wanted to recapitalize the crash and
No, we don't want to know anything about your meetings. Please, you have been having so many meetings, so many workshops. Just talking workshops, and we have evidence. And we shall also ask you about those workshops. Useless workshops. So we don't want to know about your meetings. We want real deliverables. What you did actually. I want you to tell this honorable commission exactly what you did for the benefit of ratepayers, not meetings. We don't benefit from your meetings. Is that not correct? We benefit from your meetings.
That's how we should operate.
Yes.
I understand.
We'll come to that. Refuge collection, Have you authorized release of cash towards refuse collection? Have you budgeted for refuse collection?
I think 5 compactors were bought this year.
5 out of intended how many?
I think there were 10.
But over, I accept that Harare City is going to collect refuse.
It's true.
All over there is refuse. Is that not correct?
It's correct.
And that is quite a danger to the community, a danger to the ratepayers. We have a risk of the outbreak of disease, of cholera, of typhoid, etc., etc. Is that not correct, Council? Is it not correct that the situation improved after government came in and assisted in the collection of refuse?
I'm not aware.
Okay, you might not be aware, but everyone in the council is aware, including the town clerk. Then, remission from business units. How much money has been remitted by farm marketing?
Of it, I wouldn't know, but I understand there's some amount that they remitted since the restructuring.
For 5 years, are you aware that they only remitted something not in the excess of 30,000 United States dollars, despite the fact that they generate a lot of funds?
It's true, it's only the new board that.
Never mind about the new board. We are of the view that even that so-called new board is actually stealing money from farm marketing. The one which is led by Juma Ulete and Ngonichimba. Are you aware of that?
No, I'm not aware.
So don't tell us about that body. It is doing nothing. Are we together?
Yeah, but I think I can explain that. His Worship mentioned earlier that what did you do? When I joined in 2018 up to 2022, honestly there was nothing that was coming from farm marketing. After the restructuring and the new board, that's when we managed to identify more bars which were idle and which were not paying. And from the reports we have, they managed to recover around 90-something bars. So, and from there, they are remitting some funds to council.
No, they are not remitting. The director of finance failed to produce any evidence to that effect.
Yeah, but we have a report that they brought to say they are remitting any case.
Councillor, you are not the accounting officer. Chihuahua, the town chamber secretary, who is also a board member in farm marketing, failed to produce even bank statement, despite being called upon by this commission to bring bank statements for farm marketing. He failed to produce any evidence of remittance to council.
Then in that case it means either they lied before us or they lied before us.
Or both. In fact, there's nothing called this section which you did. Why I say so? For your information, there's actually vandalism at those beer outlets. There's vandalism, and there's no evidence to show that, in fact, anything meaningful is being done other than subletting. What is your comment?
My comment is, with the strides that we've done, we are also in the process of going there as council to verify physically the property that they said they managed to discover what we're not paying to council for the past 5 years.
That property is actually being vandalized.
I'm not aware of any property that is being vandalized.
You can go to Kwazana Beer or at Kwazana Full Shopping Center, see what is there. was destroyed, converted to tank shops. It's a field place now. Go to Mavuka, Anders. Go now. Go to Mbari, Green Nora, Lenview. It's all the same order.
Yes, Your Worship. I think that's when we came with the restructuring to make sure that we bring order to all those bars. That's the efforts that we are doing currently.
There is no order. Actually, those premises are being offered to subtenants. And that money is not getting to council. And they are the committee chairperson for finance. For your own information, we have councillor like Nyabujga, who is in charge of funders. He is actually charging subtenants substantial amounts. And he's not limiting to council.
I wasn't aware.
You are not aware of anything. I don't know why you profess ignorance when you do not want to answer questions. Is that not correct?
It's not correct.
Anyway, we'll proceed, but for the time being, let me just give you a few questions. We'll continue with you.
Councillor, perhaps I thought that so that we don't obfuscate issues. You are an accountant of sound academic credentials in that field. What does it mean in layman's terms when you are issued with an adverse report by audit?
It means there was no sufficient evidence to support the opinion. There was no sufficient evidence.
Sufficient evidence to support what?
To show that the financial system is poor.
In layman's terms, what the issue of that report is your financial report has failed.
So
It means that your financial report is below standard. It has failed.
it's true. It has failed the standard that it should be.
It means it renders the issue a misnomer because it means you cannot account for funds under you.
To some extent, no verified information.
Let me repeat it again. In layman's terms, it means you cannot account for the funds under administration. It's true. So the public should understand it in that way. That what the Auditor General has said is that you cannot account for the funds you are administering. It's true. Thank you. Now, what is the ratio of your wage bill to total revenue?
It should be 70/30. To collection, 46.
No. When you say it should be, I read ambiguity there. Now, give me, as the chairman of the finance committee, the ratio.
According to the budget, it's 30% of the total budget.
What what is the situation prevailing?
46% of collection.
The figure is much higher than that.
That's according to the reports we have.
Again, you are ambiguous. I'm saying evidence before us is that the figure is much higher.
I would know, but with the reports we have, it's 46% of total of current collection.
Are you able to produce a report backing up what you're stating?
Let me just verify.
The figure is higher than 60%.
Not with her now. So I'll verify it. Unless
You are unable to say with absolute certainty that the figure is not above 60%. Are you able to state before this commission under oath that the figure is below 60%?
let me do the calculations. I think I have
It is not a matter of calculation, it is a report that is readily available to you as the finance committee.
Yeah, sure.
Now, and I'm suggesting to you that you are not being totally truthful when you suggest a figure as low as 46%. In fact, the bulk of your revenues collected go towards wages.
According to the reports I have, the ratio is 46%.
The reports you can't produce.
No, I wasn't told to bring the report here. That's why I'm saying I have to verify.
But these are figures that should be on your fingertips. In fact, this is the business that should worry you, because you should be able to tell us offhand, maybe with a little inaccuracy,
Mind
what
you,
these figures are like.
so, mind you, I'm not a full-time employee at the city of Harare. So I come once in the committee meeting, and once in the full council meeting.
You are giving the audience here the impression that you don't understand your role as a committee member of the finance committee. You are the oversight. You are the employers of these councillors, of these council officials who are in the finance department. In fact, the finance director reports to you.
They go to the committee.
When I say
through the finance, that's through the town clerk.
they report, as the finance committee, don't be mendacious. This is not a joke. The finance director reports to you, and you are unable to tell us the ratio of the wage bill. I will move on. Workshops. Evidence provided by your finance director who reports to you in documentary form is that just for the 6 months up to July, your council spent $11 million on workshops.
Either he lied before the oath or he lied before us, because we have a figure of 2.1 million. That's why I said either he lied before the oath or he lied before us.
But the documents don't lie. Very well. Let us move on, because it seems that is your practice. Let us work with $2.1 million. How much do you require to repair the malfunctioning and non-functioning traffic lights in the city?
Offhand, I'm not aware.
What are you aware of there? Has your committee seized itself with the issue of the maintenance, the funds required for the maintenance of traffic lights?
Yeah.
It has. But it didn't discuss figures.
No, I said I wouldn't know offhand.
You see, in due course, I will suggest to the commission that you were being very evasive and you do not want to be truthful with the residents you are supposed to represent.
But I'm being truthful.
You are suggesting to this committee that you discussed funds that are required to maintain traffic lights, but you don't know the figure.
Offhand, yes, I don't know the figure.
We will give you time during the break to find it.
No problem.
We won't let you go. How much do you require for refuse collection?
Was on daily basis or
Per annum.
per annum? Let me just verify. Okay. Traffic management is budgeted for 17,604,000.
No, I'm not talking about traffic management because that involves more than just traffic lights.
Right, so what happens is when it comes to the committee, then they have to sum up everything to do with the certain department. Not the specific items will be resident in the operational department.
Your document should tell us the specifics of traffic lights there.
No, that's a consolidated budget.
You don't have documents relating to specifics.
Specific individual item. No.
How are you able to do your work then? If you are just given a wholesome figure of $17 million, how are you able to satisfy yourselves that it is actually what is required? How are you able to interrogate it?
Okay. The report will be lying in the town clerk's office.
The town clerk reports to you,
He is the CEO of the council.
and he reports to you.
So
I go back to my question then. How are you able to fully interrogate the figures that are presented to you if you are not given specifics?
was at our level, we discuss the figures. Was the town clerk does the operational with the specific department. The finance, the specific department, they discuss and then bring figures. The town clerk is our trusted person that we employ, so he is the one who does the operations.
Councillor, you got a master's in accounts. And that's the answer you're giving us. So, the finance committee chairperson is unaware of the specifics of the $17 million figure given to it.
Okay, true.
No, do not say of it. You've just told us that you're not given specifics.
Yes, if you want the specifics, I can go and find them, I'll bring them. No problem.
What I'm saying is, thus far, you are satisfied with not having been given specifics to items of expenditure.
Might spend 3 months analyzing each expenditure item if we are to do so. And according to our laws, we are not full-time employees of the city of Harare.
Councillor, you are responsible for the city of Harare. The residents of Harare rely on you to ensure that their funds are not abused. Do Do you realize that?
Yes, I do realize. That's why we are
Now, you are telling this commission that you do not bother yourselves with the details of the figures you are given by your employees.
We bought.
But you have just told us that it will take you 3 months, so you don't do it.
You had said you want the specifics, and I said yes. If you give me time, I can go and bring the specifics.
But thus far, you have not bothered yourself with them.
We bought that ourselves. That's why we approved the budget.
Your answers are contradictory, giving the impression that you do not apply your mind fully to your work. And worse, you actually don't appear to know what it is you are required to do. And this is just not an empty accusation. You are telling this commission that you do not bother checking the town clerk's work because he is a trusted officer of the council.
That's not it.
I will move on. Back to the $2 million that you say you spent, because we have $11 million. Is it justified? In an environment where the council is short of funds. Is $2 million justified 5-month expenditure for worship?
It's justified according to me, as we had problems in understanding what's coming from elections, and most of the members probably wouldn't know how council operates.
Very well. The chairman of the finance committee of the city of Harare, elected by residents to look after their city and their funds, says to the commission it is justified to spend $2 million within 5 months on workshops. I just want to underline it and confirm it.
No.
You want to change your statement because you are allowed to. Do you want to change your answer now?
Yes, the 2 million.
Do you want to change your answer?
No, I think the 2 million is justified in the sense that.
No, don't worry. That's what I wanted to underline. You have told your residents that $2 million is justified for 5-month expenditure of workshops. Chairman. This, we are going by your figures, which are not in tandem with the figures received here. This is $400,000 US expenditure on workshops per month. That is justified according to you. Why do you hesitate? I'm going by your figures. $400,000 US per month on workshops is justified according to you.
No answer.
Why? You agree? Sorry?
Agreed.
Agree to what?
You say it was 400,000.
Sorry?
So it was 400,000 per month.
That is not justified.
You spend $400,000 US per month, and you say it's justified?
Because it was part of the training which was budgeted for.
Let me answer the question. That had more priority than medication for our pensioners, our parents, residents who are unemployed who go to your clinics, workshops. were of more priority, higher priority, according to you?
That's part of it.
Say that. No, not part of training. That's not a question. Priorities. Aim for workshops.
That was it.
I can't type.
No.
Answer. The question remains unanswered.
That was it.
I think that you have no answer. I just move on.
You don't have sufficient funds for refuse collection.
Let's do this. Maybe the answers are delayed to come through that ticket. Are they?
No.
Or just so
No, it's not fair.
Maybe, so let me perhaps put it in another way, question. There was an orientation workshop for the sports committee, which was attended by 103 people. Expenditure coming from City Council. You want to place it on record that you feel that is justified?
I'm not aware of the attendance numbers.
But surely as the chairman of the finance committee, that item should have been brought or would have been brought to your attention.
It was before the HR committee.
Expenditure comes from you. You were never seized with that matter. Were you ever seized with any matter relating to workshops? But the sports committee wasn't brought to your attention.
When they attended, yeah, so it didn't come before the finance committee.
The impression you are giving is of dereliction of duty. As a person heading a committee charged with oversight of the city's finances, you seem to have a lackadaisical approach to the accounting of monies expended by the council.
No, it's not like that.
You agreed to pay Harare council employee USD $379,000 for time that he had spent under retirement.
We're not right. Maybe we can.
You are unaware of that expenditure.
True.
The chairman of the finance committee is unaware of that expenditure. Now, let me remind you, you are speaking under oath. And there are consequences attendant to violating that oath. May include imprisonment. I am not issuing this as a threat, merely to make you aware of your rights and what it is that you're facing. You're suggesting to this committee that if we go to the minutes, we will not find you as the committee having discussed this funding.
Yes, finance, yeah.
So this payment was made outside your committee.
If it was done, it's true.
No, the evidence, it was, you do not know anything about it. So, I Are you able to explain to this commission why you don't know anything about it?
Actually, I'm not aware of the issue.
Everybody else is aware. The town clerk is aware. Witnesses will give evidence here are aware. Why are you not aware? It was not brought before your committee. So if this payment was done, it was done illegally because it didn't come before your committee.
Maybe it was done before I was in chair. That's why I asked when was it done.
No, you would have been aware. You have gone through the documents. When did you become chair?
August 2022.
It was done after that.
Before, then I'll have defined the resolution as something.
No, but you are saying it wasn't brought before.
It's true.
So it was done illegally.
I don't know how they did it.
Okay, what are the implications of what you are telling us? What other payments are made to individuals and entities of significant amounts that don't come before you?
All the payments, except because once we do the budget, we allocate funds to say, well, once the funds are available, this area, we have to allocate so much amount. So it's the FD and the council should know how those payments are done.
And they didn't tell you anything about Harare payment.
It's true.
And you are the chairman of the finance committee. So this didn't go before the finance committee.
I should say.
So this money was stolen from this council.
I don't know how it was paid.
It was paid, but you don't know. So it was stolen.
Maybe there are some supporting.
All right. But it wasn't brought before you.
It's true.
Okay. So the impression that you are giving to this committee is one whereby the financial management of public funds at City Council is in shambles. Payments are made of huge amounts and you do not know about them. 103 people attend a seminar for the Sports Commission and the Finance Committee is not seized with the issue of the expenditure. You are giving us an impression of shambles, dereliction of duty, a rudderless ship. This is the impression that you're giving us. What is your comment to that?
So maybe if you can come.
No, I think you raised the
No, it's sort of that you are the chairperson, but a lot of activities are taking place without your knowledge, which are prejudicial to the payers and citizens, payers and residents. If that is what is happening from what you say, then it means that it's chaos in some countries.
Yeah, because
Yeah, at once.
it's not chaos per se, but the reports then are brought before the committee.
No, if such scenario is available, how would you describe? Things are happening, everyone is doing whatever they do without knowledge, including like some of the money.
I think there's need to strengthen
What
the
does
system.
it mean?
I think there's need to strengthen the system. And
No, I'm not talking about the remedy. I'm talking about the prevent situation before you remedy something. You remedy the problem, isn't it? So then the problem. Chaotic.
I wouldn't say chaos.
What would you say?
There's a problem.
What kind of problem?
I think there's a system problem.
Yes, what kind of system?
And we need the ERP system as well as to strengthen the operational systems.
Do you feel comfortable when things are happening without your knowledge of the
At some point, we would ask that we are told.
No, do you, as
No.
a chairperson, feel comfortable?
No.
Sorry?
No.
Yes, I'll move on. No one has ever seen referral marketing banking details. Have you seen them?
No.
This should be a revenue stream to the council. Company wholly owned by council.
Yes, it is.
And you are unaware of any of their banking details.
Banking details, yes.
The evidence here is they have none.
I'm not aware.
Right? Chairman of the Finance Committee is not aware of any banking details relating to a major revenue stream.
It is done through the business committee.
It comes to you in the end because you are the ultimate when it comes to finance.
Yes.
Right? Now I will move on. Now, what is your budgeted revenues from referral marketing per month? As the finance committee, how much have you said we should receive this from referral marketing per month?
No, we had given an ultimate figure.
Okay? So your committee has never budgeted for or discussed or envisaged or estimated how much it should receive per month.
It's done with the business committee. However,
I'm talking about the finance committee. Because as an accountant, you know that it's your duty. You do budgets. You deal with revenue streams. That is what an accountant does. Especially if they are the chairman of a finance board of the capital city of the Republic of Zimbabwe. You are suggesting to us that since you were a member in 2022, there has been no discussion, there has been no estimation, there has been nothing pertaining to what you expect from referral marketing per month.
discussions were there under the business committee.
The finance committee was never seized with that matter.
We recommended asset verification, which is under asset verification.
No, I'm not asking what you recommended.
That's
I am saying, and tell this to the commission, your finance committee has never been seized with the budget of how much you should receive from referral marketing per month.
true.
Would you, as an accountant, not describe that as dereliction of duty, since it is a major revenue stream? One, that you have concerned yourself with because you say you try to verify its assets. Is it not dereliction of duty not to have been seized with an issue like that?
No, we have been seized through the business committee.
So tell us what you have received through the business committee then.
Okay,
How much?
I'll then need to verify the figures.
But
I'm sure we've got a report that they are remitting something.
as a finance committee yourself, you've never been seized with the issue. You're not concerned.
We are concerned.
So tell us how much they should give you per month.
But we are still in the process of asset evaluation.
For 2 years.
That was 2022 when the board was reconstituted. And from there we ordered that they do an asset verification in the foundation so that
What is the relationship between referral marketing and city council?
100% owned.
Are you aware, as we have been told by the town clerk and others, that this was set up as a real estate concern.
It's true.
Now, real estate concerns remit every month.
True.
The evidence we have here is that in the past 24 months they have made 2 remittances. One only a few weeks ago.
Could be so, but like I said earlier,
How can you say it could be when you're the chairman of the finance committee? You are not aware.
I'm aware. But not the outlet. I can give you the figures if you want. I can go there.
No, the commissioner has the figures. 39,000 and 7,000 over 2 years. Are you aware of it? Now, seeing as you had not budgeted for how much they were supposed to give you per month, did it even concern you that for over 24 months there were almost no remittances to council?
It was a cause for concern. That's why you see, you are saying, you are talking of.
It concerned you.
The remittances that they did, then it was as a result of the efforts that we did for them to bring up.
Efforts after the commission had been set up, efforts after they'd been operating for 19 months.
It was before that. Before that.
No, we have the evidence here.
Okay. According to the reports we get, they remitted even before the commission was set.
Okay, so, but again, your information is hazy because you don't concern yourself with it. Now, the commission has had evidence relating to perhaps a wholesale disposal of council stands to the public through regularization and straightforward sales. How much is the council realized from this sales?
On the sale of land. I wouldn't know before, but once I became the finance chair, I think we had some policy issues that we wanted to make, and we are in the process of finalizing the alienation process. So for the past, if there is any sale that was done for the past 2 years, I think something should be honest.
No, I don't think you understand. Always those times are afraid of avoiding the question.
Okay, maybe if you can come.
What will answer is then
He said how much?
yes, answer that question. You understood the question before.
I wouldn't know offhand.
Is there
But
anything
if
you
there
know?
is any sale,
No, that's all. Is there anything you know at all? Apart from being a chairman by the way, is there anything you know at all?
offhand, your worship, is quite difficult.
Well, give us an estimate. You're an accountant with a master's qualification, and you are seized with these issues. Revenue stream for Harare. Give us an estimate.
As of now, I cannot say anything outright.
You are unable to give us any estimate whatsoever because you do not know if they have been seized with this issue.
It is true that you don't know.
It has never been seized with this issue.
The finance committee has never been seized with the issue of the revenue emanating from its stands.
No, I said offhand. I wouldn't give an outright figure.
You have changed your answer. We are past that. You said it's true. I'm just reiterating what you said. Let me repeat it. The finance committee has never been seized with the issue of the revenue generated from the sale of its land.
Comes through reports.
You're not answering my question. You have never been seized. The total amount of revenue you are receiving from the sale of the public stands,
Yeah.
which you manage on behalf of the public.
Off it, so I want you to know. But if you let me, I can bring the figures. No problem.
But you have never been seized.
You come through reports.
You cannot give us an estimate.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
What about sales last year? You cannot give us an estimate.
Okay.
And the year before that, you cannot. But this should be information available to you just after the break. Surely. Surely. I don't know what you are writing.
No, you said the information that you want.
Yes, what I'm saying is, after this short break, it should be there because your system, this is in your figures.
No, like I don't have them like now, like.
Ah, it's a phone call away.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Chairman,
Just one more issue, Honorable Chair. You keep on calling it because
You first thing.
I mean, that's another person.
I was told he's a judge and they address the issue of Your
That's another
in
person.
council, that's what we do to the mayor. It's called Your Worship. Therefore, I'm using that.
Okay. Address him as the chairperson.
Yeah, okay.
As the chair,
Thank you.
not your worship.
Thank you.
So my question is just, because you are appearing it as I must vote. Is that so?
No,
Are you not?
you said I'm saying
Yes.
I'm saying that because of that.
Are you not appearing it as I
Yes,
must
Answer the other part.
Yes, I am.
vote? Okay, that is why you are calling him your worship.
No,
You are not being tried here, you are
That's
being
not.
tried it. As I must vote. Is that correct?
it's true.
Okay, why are you appearing in court?
There are allegations that we have usurped the human capital development duties as well as the waiver section 152 of the Urban Councils Act that allows land to be advertised.
Is that all? Okay. Harare told the Honorable Chair as to how much money is being remitted as the chairperson of the council committee.
Currently, nothing.
Nothing at all. But there is production going on there. Right now, if you can go, there is production.
Yeah, we're told so.
Oh, don't say we thought so. You are a councillor. We can't have more interest than yourself as our councillor. We are telling you right now, if you go there, there's production. And you are saying you are told so. So you have no concerns, you are not concerned about the operations within Harare City business units. Is that not correct? How is it that you do not even know the remittances from Harare?
There is no remittance.
This is not a prudent thing.
Okay. How the council operates, and I believe
It can be a business unit within Harare City Council, proper Harare City Council, not just as a private company.
okay, that we had consultants, I think that were given to do the assessment for both internal capitalization or control as well as running it as a separate business entity.
Okay. Just like referral marketing, because Harare City has so many assets and they have got a real estate department. Since the business of beer selling and retailing has failed, is it not prudent for just that property which is under floor marketing, something not in excess of 80,000 or between 80 and 100,000 can simply be transferred back to Harare City. Those beer-halls can be part and parcel of assets within Harare City, and they can be managed by a proper real estate agent. Is that not a prudent thing, Council?
Okay, from the assessment that we did, it could be prudent, it could not.
No, that is the most viable thing to do, instead of having this situation, this arrangement whereby money is being stolen by councillors.
I'm not aware of that.
You are not aware of that. Yes. You are not aware of everything. In fact, I will suggest to you that you are being too economical with the truth. You came here with your own answers. You did not know which questions you were going to be asked. Is that not correct? That's why you've been so evasive.
No, not that.
I will leave you to the commissioners. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
The duty of the town clerk to make sure we have a system. However, we are being told there are other arms of government that operate in the process to acquire the ERP, the Procurement Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe, and they've got their specific requirements that they look at. And for the past 4 years or so, there have been issues that have been raised at the end of each stage, which we thought as councillors, as council, we need to bring the matter before the Minister of Local Government. And I understand letters have been sent to the Minister of Local Government because PRAS recommended that we ask the Minister of Local Government to assist us in the procurement of the system. However, as of today, I haven't seen any I haven't heard of any communication from the ministry to that effect.
Just how long do you think you need in order for the acquisition to take place? But also from what you said, did you follow the laid down procedures of procuring anything under council according to the law?
I believe they were done. However, if issues are raised and we are told to go back, then we would need to restart the process. However, I understand it should not take us more than 6 months to have a system following all the processes is laid down.
What happened to the previous system? Do you know? Are you aware?
Yes,
What happened to
we
the
asked about how that happened, but we were told there were issues to do with payments where they abruptly raised their charges without notifying council. And council, I'm told, they refused to pay, and then they switched off their system.
I get worried when you refer to you being told. Did you see the documentation in relation to all the things that you said you were being told?
No, we didn't get the reports because they say as councillors, we are not allowed to involve ourselves in the procurement process, which I then said, if we are to get, you just need to give us an update on how the processes are going on, which currently we are getting.
Just on the Marara issue, you never ever heard about that payment, not even in full council, or even institutional gossip. You never came across that
To be
issue.
honest, I say
Very strange. Lastly, you talk about city parking. Do you know how much they are remitting to the city?
I wouldn't say a straight figure, but however, I understand they are remitting something on the 10th of every month. They have to remit to council. There is an enforcement that they are doing, which they bring 50% of the collected amount. Then there is also on the parking business, they are bringing 30%, which they will move to 35% this coming quarter.
And you are confident that City Parking can actually partner Harare Quarry and be more viable than they are now?
Looking at their operations so far, from when I joined up to now, I think they've got the capacity to bring system as well as transparency within that unit.
Lastly, Honorable Chair, just to say, you are a real politician. You campaigned, you won, you were recalled, you went back. What sort of promises were you selling to the electorate? And in your view, can you give yourself a mark as to your level of delivery?
True, everyone envisages a good environment, and to be honest, I had a lot of promises that we had to make. However, you make promises not knowing how the system operates. So going back to council and how it operates, it's not like you can just move to the town clerk's office and say, tomorrow I want a bore drilled here, and it's done. It's done differently. Therefore, it becomes a bit difficult when it comes to implementation of issues.
Thank you, Chair. That would be all.
Thank you, Chair. Just to take it up from the last question, you confirm that it has been difficult for you to deliver the promises you made because of the system challenges that you have at the City of Harare. Is that what I heard you to say? True. That as it stands, even you yourself are finding it difficult to implement what you wanted to do. True. Now, where would you then put the position of a ratepayer or a voter? If you're the executive, so to speak, or the shareholder.
Okay. Individually, I would say, speaking personally from my ward in the operations, I think we managed to move the collection efficiency from 14% to around 54% through engagement with the residents. Therefore, I see once there is that increase and improvement, that should also be able to retain some funds, because we have a policy now that we put in place to retain 25% of the amount that is paid the district office towards development within the area.
Okay. Now there's an issue that was raised to do with budgeting. You confirm that the Faro Marketing is now mainly a real estate company.
True.
So you agree with me that if there's 20 buildings that are being rented out at $100 a month, it's $2,000 a month.
True.
So that money should be a forecast of some sort.
Okay. This is the
So I haven't asked my question.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
Now, if City of Harare knows that it has X number of buildings under Faro Marketing, how can you not budget for those rentals in your forecast and whatnot going forward? How can you not budget? Where does the ball drop between having 20 buildings that pay $10 and then budgeting that for the next financial year?
No, I agree to what you are saying. However, I said 2022, let's move forward. 2022, the board was set up and they had to go on a tour because
the historicals have been made clear, everyone knows.
So now we are at a stage where we had valuers to see how much we can charge per building. It's not like we can say we've got 20 bars, so times $20. We need to evaluate and see the state of the building as well as the value that, the economic value that we can charge on that building.
You told the commission that you discovered 90 buildings, confirm?
I think so. Around the
there were leases in place.
There were leases in place according to them. Some of them, I'm told, there are issues where some tenants were saying we don't recognize you as the board now running the farm marketing, and there are legal issues that are before the courts to the extent that
so in other words, the buildings have been hijacked.
Some of them we are told they are not in total control. They identified, but they are not yet in total control of those buildings. Therefore, it's before the courts, and there's nothing we can do.
So the long and short of it is you cannot budget for that which are not in control.
We have to budget, but we need to put a clause to say 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings are before the before the court. So once we win the case, then we can state from such a date to such a date they've been paying the council.
I'll put it in a different way. Can you budget rentals for a tenant that you don't know?
Budgeting, yes, you can budget.
For a tenant that you don't know?
Because we have the property that needs to bring economic value. Then for the budgeting purposes, you have to budget. Because if you don't budget for it and you get a tenant mid-year, then how would you account for that money?
You told us that you work with monthly reports. So for this past month, what's the status with the collections from the farm?
I wouldn't know of it. I wouldn't know of it. But
We're 3 weeks into the new month.
yeah.
You're not told of what's happened in all that.
No, it should be there, but like off head, I wouldn't know how much it is.
Was there something collected to your knowledge? Did it appear on any of the pages of the reports that you got?
For August, we're in September, maybe for July.
For August, I'm talking about the most recent.
No, we haven't set it as the finance committee.
Okay. And for the quarter, you confirm there's nothing?
Ah, no.
So now, when you make budgets, you anticipate certain revenue streams to give you certain amounts. Give or take the variance to confirm. What are the main revenue streams for the city council right now that you're sure that you get money, aside from ratepayers paying the 20%?
I think there are fees and fines.
What percentage of the budget do they constitute?
I would say 20-25%.
So 75% is rates payments. And on your budget, how much do you then pay for wages? Because I couldn't understand your exchange with the evidence leader. It sounded like you're saying 46% or 40-60 ratio. What is the actual ratio or percentage
Okay.
that has been spent in actual effect? Not what has been budgeted.
Which is 46%.
46%, not 40-60 ratio. 46%. That's in the past year.
That's running current, like month on month.
Okay. Now, when you finish the year 2023 with the new year now, from last year, how much money was received by Stefan? The actuals, once the year was done.
For 2023,
Yes.
I wouldn't say okay. I think I have the figure somewhere. Settle ZW dollars. I wouldn't guess.
US dollars?
I wouldn't guess. I have to go. Okay. But I can verify the figures.
So if someone has to come here and tell us that you've spent 10 million on workshops, would they be saying that they overshot the budget, or it's the 2 million that you said has been spent was within that budget? Which of the two measures would be more accurate?
To say?
In other words, the 2 million that you've spent in the last 6 months or 5 months, was that part of the budget?
Yeah, I understand that.
It was budgeted for.
I understand.
So if someone came in and said they spent 10 million, it means they spent 5 times the budget. Or is there still some more space until the end of the year?
At this stage, I think there could be some more space.
In your justification,